Hey guys, Rich's Mowers and Blowers. Pshhhhh. We just happened to come across this free Homelight with a 9-inch blade on it, 79cc motor, and I'm gonna guess why it was free. Something's going on with that, so we're gonna take this off with probably a 5/8, and then we're gonna investigate what's going on with this. That off, this will come right off just like that. Here's that 79cc pulley, so let's see what's going on with it. We'll see if we can wind it back up in there. It's going. Alright, I didn't go ahead and see if we can hold it there, but it's doing. And take this off right there. Alright, so I got that screw out, and let's see, look at that, all bent up in there. So we'll see if we can recover that spring. I think it's broken. I don't see any pieces in there. There's no pieces anywhere, so we'll see if we can recover that. Alright, so let's investigate this right here. So this is our pulley, and it's not coming back how it should. I got that loosened up there. It was a 5/16. So let's go ahead and see what's inside this thing. Pull that up. You got a spring goes on there. These right here go out. That's what gives you your kick when you pull it. Go ahead and lift that up, and there's our spring inside here. Looks like it unbent, so it should be bent up in there. See if we can fix this right here. Now if you pull that out, it's gonna unwind. Be careful doing that. Go ahead and get that string out of your way. Always tie a new knot on there. Alright, so we got this out and we're bending this. I got some pliers like this, works pretty good. So I think that's about it right there. Let's go ahead and put her in there and see how that works out. Just gonna take it, put it down in there like that, let it fall into place. We're gonna go counterclockwise with it. Let's see if that's enough bend in it to make it work. Alright, just keep holding it. We're gonna go all the way to the end, then we're gonna back it off. So far so good, still going. Alright, it's getting tight. That's all the way to the end. That spring's all the way wound up. So we're backing it off because we don't want to go all the way to the end. And we got to find our hole right there. That's where our string's going in. So we're backing that off some. Alright, so now you're going to have your holes lined up there. Go ahead and we'll see. That's 1 1/4. So there's a quarter. There's 1. Let's go 2. That way you're not going to go all the way to the end to yank it too hard. And go ahead and put our string in there, and we're gonna tie it up in there. Alright, so let's do it that way. Feed it down in there. It'll be a little easier to do while I'm sitting here holding it. There we go. Put your knot, tie it on there. So I'm gonna have to get it a little bit closer to me. So go ahead and hold that, tie that knot in there. Go ahead and thread that back through there. Get your old one out of the way first, right? Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and drop our spring back down in there. Got it nice and tight. See our tabs come out. Catch that, because that's what's going to spin your engine. Alright, and then we shouldn't be able to pull it out further than spring. Got a little snug on there. Make sure this is all good and snug. Alright, it's looking good. There you go. You just saved yourself $25 from buying a coil just by fixing your old one. Alright, so we got the recoil back on there, and seems to be working. I pulled it over a couple times. So next thing, let's go ahead and see what everything looks like in here. See what this looks like. That is bone dry, so that seems alright. Let's go ahead and put some spray in it, and we will see if we can get it to pop off. Alright, so in order to get this cover off right here, there is a flathead screwdriver, and then at the bottom it's like a 8mm, I would say. Pull that off, filter underneath it, and then it looks like there's some kind of plastic guard thing here. So there we go. Now we can get inside there, put the carb spray in there, and give her a yank. Right, spray some down in there, or close to it. try try some more. There we go. Alright, there could be a secret to it. So let's try that. I'm going to hold this time, see if that'll do anything. Yep, gotta hold that. Since this was dry bones, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of gas in case if I have to drain it out. Because that tank looks very clean inside. So just a titch of gas. You guys can tell me how much a titch is in the comments. Alright, so let's choke it. Make sure I hold this handle in. See what happens. Let's give it a jump start. See if I can get some gas sucked up in there. Alright. Alright, so on to the next step. Glad I only put a titch of gas in there. Let's go ahead and drain the bowl. Well, as I went around to the back of the bowl, you can see this is unplugged right here. So I'm going to say that's the ground on that right there, because it's going to the engine block. Let's go ahead and hook that back up, clean it off. Alright, so we plugged that wire back up. Let's go ahead and try it now. Give it a shot of go-go juice. Put the choke on. Maybe it'll suck that gas up in there. Well, it ran for a second. Woohoo! Wonder what happened. Sounded like it petered out. It's petering out there. So what could that be? Yep, petering out. So it'll run a little bit on choke there. One thing we didn't do is check the oil. Go ahead and do that. So I see oil in it, but it's not touching the stick. So definitely needs some oil. So there's none on the stick. There is oil down in there. You can see it. So this is one of those you just put the stick in, you don't screw it in. And I don't see any on that stick. So right here on the side it says you just stick it in instead of screw it. But there is oil. When I tilted it, I see it splashing down in there. So I hope it's not one of those, oh, engine oil, I'm going to stop on you. You know what this reminds me of? It's one of those Harbor Freight 79cc engines, which that's probably what it is, now that I think about it. So with that wire hooked up, it started working. That was interesting. So if the ground was disconnected, it seemed to stall out. So we're going to go ahead and take the bowl off here and drain that out and see what that looks like. Alright, so we got the bowl off with a 10 millimeter, and there is gas in it. So in theory, you would think that if there's gas in it, with a gravity-fed gas tank, and the float is down, there should be gas pouring out of it. So I don't see any gas pouring out of it. The bowl has just a little bit of sediment in it. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and take the carburetor off right here. Take those two nuts off, and it should come right off. You have a breather tube here that you'll disconnect, and the gas line will still be hooked to it. And then up here is your throttle governor, so you'll have to take that off. That's a Z-bend. Alright, those are 10 millimeters. Let's go ahead and pull this off. Get this off right here. See what we can do with that. Alright, if we can get that out of our way. See that gasket just fall off? So remember that. They got this on with a zip tie. That's one way to do it. Alright. So we got to get that off, that zip tie off, and that Z-bend up there. Alright, so we had to undo this screw right here to get enough room on that to pull that off. That's how we do that. And then this Z-bend right here, you're just going to wiggle that out until you can get it up and out. Alright, if we can get a shot of it. So right there, that black part of that is made out of rubber, and usually that'll swell up with the bad gas, and then you can work properly. So that means there's no seat inside there. There's sometime inside there's a rubber seat. It's usually reddish looking color. There's none in there because it's built into the tip. Alright, there is this looking little thing right here on the side. Doesn't go all the way in, but that hole is completely clean, so nothing's clogging that up. And then on top here, there is one that looks like you can adjust right there with a screwdriver. So relatively, this thing is cleaner than some of the ones that I've seen before. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it down with some that Carb and choke cleaner. Don't get that on that rubber part of that seat on that needle. So, but other than that, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I blew through everything. Everything is looking normal. Come out the other side. If it has a hole like that, I don't know. I did blow in here, and it's blowing right out back of the tank, so it's blowing inside the tank, so that's all clear and free. So we're setting that needle down in the hole right there, and we're going to put that pin through it. So I went ahead and pulled that one on the top out, and there are some holes in it, which they look clean, but I'm going to hit them with that Carb and choke cleaner, just for shits and giggles, right? Alright, so it's all clean. We got that back on there. Got that gas line with the zip tie on it. And make sure you put that little gasket back on there, like that. Go ahead and put your cover on. And put that back on. Hook up your breather hose right there. Alright, so we got all that back on there. Got those two nuts on there. Don't forget to put that little screw in right there. Covers that. Now, we need to put this back on it. This thing, is that how that goes in there? Or is that, I guess, I've never seen one of these little plastic things in there myself. But alright, that goes back on there. This filter goes on there some way. I don't remember how it came off. Not sure how that filter came off, but it goes in just like that. How about that? Looks like it fits in there snugly. Then we need 2 screws to put that back on, that cover back on. And let's give her a try. Choke it, I guess, or not. Yeah, choke. No choke. Rich's Mowers and Blowers. Pshhhhh. You guys like this kind of stuff? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Get notified every time I put out a new video. We'll see you next time.